Greetings and welcome to BK Beacons King Graphic Design Tech. Before we cue into what we have for today, I would like to say one or two things again about our lesson on Introduction to Graphic Design, basic level. Graphic design is actually the application of element, font, colors to communicate ideas. And graphic designing in its aspect has to do with visibility, it has to do with communication, and has to do with engagement. Visibility, that's visibility, communication, engagement. These are the two or the three aspects of graphic designing that as a graphic designer you need to know. I need to build within yourself. So as we are all designing or working through this pattern, know that it is actually a trend that we are building. My aim is that at the end we should be able to understand the core of graphic design and be able to navigate. So today we're going to open to our Pixel Lab. So you're going to see the Pixel Lab you're going to use. It's called Pixel Lab YT, yellow Pixel Lab YT. This Pixel Lab is not found in Play Store. It's not found there. If you go to Play Store, you have a different Pixel Lab. So you're going to go to YouTube and search on how to download Pixel Lab YT. It will take you to Chrome. You have to go to Chrome and do it and kind of search Pixel Lab YT. It will show the process. You just follow. But you have to go to YouTube, search on how to download Pixel Lab YT, because this is the most professional aspect of Pixel Lab as far as graphic design is concerned. So now we are going to leave that by side and move to the lesson of today. So open to your Pixel Lab. So our lesson of today is titled Exploring and Navigating Graphic Design Tools. Exploring and Navigating Graphic Design Tools. That's basic level. So when you open to your Pixel Lab, you have this. Now on the icon down, we have a tricycle. That's a tricycle, right? Now this tricycle, it has different shapes. Like we have 1 by 2, 3 by 2, 3 by 4, and all the rest. So it depends now on the size. Now this particular size, right, it has to do with your background, the size of your background. That's what it means. And next we have A, right? Now we click on A, it's going to take us to new text. Okay, what it means. So now when you click on A, you're going to have edit. Edit means that you can get rid of this and say phase 1. Just write something. Let's try and write phase 1 here. So this edit. Now at the as for edit, you have two things, right? Now this T up there, you can recapitalize. When you can click on that, we have delete and we have OK. So good. So now when you scroll, you discover that you have all these icons here. So the first icon here is delete, right? You can delete the text, you can copy the text, right? You want two of them. Then you can send this text to the back or to the front, depending on what you want to do. We have position. Okay. Position has to do with movement. Okay. Yes, position has to do with movement. Movement of your text or your shapes, right? Or your image, either upward or downward. Now relative position, that's the next icon. Relative position this. So relative position has to do with either you're moving totally to the left or totally to the right, or you're moving totally to the center, or move it center down. Okay. So that what relative position has to do. Next we have size. Size has to do with either an increase or a decrease, right? In text or image. Okay. Now the next that we have is padding. Padding has to do with, now then let's discuss about padding. Padding is is like when you notice that a text, right, a part of a text is being cut off, you apply padding to be able to give it enough space for the text to breathe. Meaning that padding, it is actually a tool which acts as a breathing factor for the text. You understand, right? Now what do I mean? Now we're going to take a compress. I'm going to use my hand, right? Now this text where this particular rectangle is found on it, I'm going to click on the one here, that's on the right totally. It's like not even this. Now let us see. When you click on the padding, right, just like this, this is actually on the padding. Padding is when you move totally to the right. That's what I'm doing. I'm moving all to the left. What's happening? P has cut. Yes, this is what I meant. Yes, P has cut. Like you give a text and you see P has cut, and you want the P to be visible, you're going to move the left padding right far to the right. You're getting like this. Then you move to your right padding, the same thing. So this is what padding is all about. So moving left and right to give in space, breathing space for the text. Okay. Then now we have color, right? Now in Pixel Lab we have different types of colors, right? And we're going to see a lesson that's going to talk about color psychology, okay? And you're going to learn so much about color. Yes. Now every color has its meaning, right? It has its own implications. Yes. So you cannot take black and white, black and blue, and you just begin to design or talk about your design. The first thing is ask yourself, right, what is the information that this particular color can give? Now, for instance, I give this, right? Now, as a graphic designer, we don't just design, or you don't just design, right? You ask questions as per the visibility of your text. That's what I mentioned at the beginning. Visibility of your text. Now you discover that this text here, because of this text and the background, it can easily be readable, right? It can be read or read by somebody. Yes. So now we continue with the color, just like this. So forth and so on. So I'm scrolling, I'm giving different colors. So at a certain level, I might give a color that to see that text will be difficult. And you as a graphic designer and you're using that, the first thing is that you are not thinking well. Why? Because you are not designing for yourself, you are designing for the people. And people should be able to see what you have designed. But then now we have this additional place, this additional sign means that you want to add. Right? When I click on that additional place, let's see, we click on additional place, you're going to, this is transparency of that blue color. Now the people can see, I see, this one is so transparent and is unreadable or not easily readable. So now we have an increase, right? Now this other side, I discover that this sharp blue is becoming darker and darker. Let's take OK and see. I see. Now the next thing here, after color we have gradient, which is down. Click on gradient. Gradient means that is the application of what? Of two colors, of more than, not just two colors, of more than two colors. That's gradient. Gradient has to do with two or more colors being applied on a text. You get the point? Yes. So now when you click on this, right, there are different type of gradients here. But let's click on addition. When you click on addition, you're going to have this, right? You're going to have two indicators. Very first thing, we have two indicators, right, on this our plate. This is our plate totally. We call this their plate. So we have two indicators which are pointed down. We have this one here. Let's point on the, when you click on the one down, right down. Then you click on this bucket. Let's cancel it again and do it. You click on the right indicator down. Click on bucket on the then now the bucket is going to take sorry for the rapidity. So the color bucket is going to take us to our color. Now this is what we call the color wheel. This is the color wheel. Okay, I see. As I'm rotating, look up here at this unique cycle, right? At this top side here, this top. So now you discover that when I'm rotating, I'm looking at that it's changing. Color is changing and so on. Okay. So now when I take OK, what's happening? This one down here, this color that we pick, the color has changed. Now let's work on the one up and see. We'll click on it, click on the same bucket. Now I want to give it a color, different color of his choice. Let's say I want to give it totally black. Let's give it totally black, right? Move it to the end. Right. Then I take OK. Okay. So great. So I can be able to hold this, right, and I rotate this. I hit it. Rotate this and I take OK. Okay. Yes, we won't do more about this, but we're going to see what it actually implies. Now, the other ones here, let's try to be a little bit rapid. We have texture. Texture is the application of maybe images. Let me just see what you do. When you click on texture, you click on this icon. It takes you to your gallery. Yes. Well, for instance, right, I might take this. That's texture. Yes, it's just a random pick. Don't mind. We're going to do something much more professional, right? As we go on in a class master's level. We just have a recap on what texture is all about. I see the changes. Now that you click on enable, you can increase the scale. I think that it is changing. Yes, it is changing. Yes. So you can take. Now this is back, right? Now the next thing is we have opacity. Opacity 0 is invisible, and so on. Yes, masking effect. Masking means you want to cut the part, send it to your back, and all this. We're going to see that in the master's class if you're ready. And the next is background. We don't work so much on that. Alignment. Yes, so your assignment is to explore now these other aspects. Now let's take this up here. Let me use my hand, right? Yes, we have delete bucket up here, top hand. We have delete. I click on the delete and I take delete, right? Now the next thing is looking at the polygon. You click on the polygon icon. This is the third icon down. Polygon. This has to do with all of this. So the first thing on a polygon we have stickers, right? Now stickers. Now this is trick about stickers. When you click on stickers and you want the sticker, don't take this tick. Don't take a tick. You take a tick, it's going to disappear. So you click the sticker and you click on an empty background. Tap the screen. Okay, so that it should be there. So let's delete that and do that. So when I click on that particular sticker, we're going to have different type of stickers here that I can use. Different stickers I can use. Okay. Then we have So now we are moving to the next phase, which is the polygon. So click on polygon, you click on stickers, right? You click on empty background, right? So I can use this particular round shape and I increase the size of it. Now let's delete that. So when you click on the stickers, you can rotate. You have different features. I'm going towards the right. Okay, I have different features. I click on my stickers too. It has different features. Okay, and so on. So you explore that. We have import. Okay, yeah. Now import has to do with maybe you want to import an image or template, yeah, and all the rest. Now for instance, you want to import this. Now once you import this, right, taking in consideration the size, just one by one. One by one, the order is a square and take a tick. You can increase the size of this, right, using my hand to fill this particular space. Then we have a lock here. When I click on this icon up here, that's top icon where the three dots. Okay, I'm going to click on it. I'm going to take lock. So why am I locking? It's very easy. I don't want distractions. Okay, I don't want to work on something. Then I click on it. Now after clicking the polygon, we have draw. Maybe you want to draw something. You have pen size. Okay, you have pen color, smoothness, and all the rest. Yes, let's take black. Right. So you want to draw something. Right. Let's take a tick. Okay. So now we have relative position. Relative position size is the repeater of what we saw at the text. We have colors. We'll just give it a gradient. Okay. Okay, a gradient. We are going to change this. This time around, we're going to change this purple. We click on the same indicator down. Take color pick. Then we're going to increase it. We take this, right? I see what is happening here. I'm going to take this to the end. That's the right. Then I take this guy here. Now on the color wheel, I want to choose something gold, almost gold, right? I'll take it towards the end. Then I think okay. I'll take a tick. Then let's change this black totally to white. Okay. Yes, we're going to see this a level of color psychology, and you understand more of what we're doing here. Yes. But for now, know that we are not designing. Although we are in designing, we have shapes, right? You click on shapes, right? You work on this. Okay. You work on this. Maybe. Yes, and all the rest. We have radius 1, 2. I see. The radius is increasing, right? Becoming like a cycle. We have opacity, we have color, the same thing that we saw about colors. You should apply the same principles there, the same principles about colors, and so on. So take a tick, you can position it at center down, the center position, and so like this. Okay. Then we can work on our background. Yes, the other ones you export it. The same thing that we're going to apply, the same color psychology, and all the rest. Right now, going about food flyer, we're going to see the color that we can able to use. Best colors for that and all the rest. Yes, so we're going to see something much more easier. So with this, we can call it a done for Pixel Lab. Now the next tool that we have is known as background remover. This background remover, this particular icon here. So one of your assignment is that you're going to remove your background, right? Maybe when you click on this remove background, click on remove background. You're going to. I'll select something random. Okay, I'm going to select something random. We just try to remove the background and see what's going to happen. Okay. So just click on it. It's going to remove your background for you. I might not have chosen the base of what we want here. So that's why it's kind of removing everything. I think they just do something else, right? I love perfection. Okay. Yes, I love perfection. Yes, I love perfection so much. I love perfection. And now let's say for instance, right? Want to remove the background for this lady. So the thing you're going to do is I just choose any random image. Sometimes Android is frustrating. So you click on it. You have some of the background, right? So it is transparent. The meaning of transparent means that you can take up any background of any choice, right? And it will match with the background. Right now, you need to ask yourself, does it better communicate? So now when you remove your background like this, right, your image from the background, you go to your pixel app, you import it just like this lady. And with that, I think we are done, except for the master's class. As we proceed on, we're going to see other tools like Snapseed and how to export them, make your design more professional as well. So with that, thank you, and stay keen to BK Beacon Skin Graphic Design Tech. Have a lovely day.